In today's video, the AI are going to go 3 wide for ROUGE again, but first of all, we have a secret meeting to go to. Which team will it be? Will it finally be? It's Mercedes. I was hoping for McLaren again, but no, it is Mercedes. Again, another team that offered this. So far we've had 3 secret meetings, and they've both been with the 3 teams that we've been. I'm going to decline this because it should get some better recognition with Ferrari, hopefully. Especially declining Mercedes. If you missed the previous episode though at Silverstone, I recommend going and check one out because there was Crashgate 2.0 in that episode. So I'm not going to deliver too much on what happened in there. Yeah, we've got a few drag reduction upgrades available, but just don't quite have enough R&D points. There's a couple of minors there. So remember we purchased that major DRS upgrade. I'm hoping if we get a bit more, we can rush as well. We've still got a few things to do on the Sashi side as well. So yes, but I'm going to purchase the minor weight reduction upgrade. And we're going to rush it on anyway because it's only got 25% failure chance. Let's hope that this comes on and there'll be a huge major aero upgrade going on the car. There's all of it going on too. Thank you very much. Unfortunately, it does have a forecast of rain, but is that actually going to come in or not? I did remember a few years ago I did have a career mode race, a 25% career mode race, where it rained and then didn't, and then rained and didn't. I made like 4 stops in 11 laps. Huge upgrades though, coming between Silverstone and Belgium. Toro Rosso are now ahead of Red Bull. I don't know how they would feel about that. Aston Martin, huge upgrade for them. Will it work? We don't know. McLaren too. McLaren have been woeful this year, but they've finally brought a first upgrade since Imola. So yeah, we'll move into qualifying though, where of course we'll actually see what that pace is going to look like for not only us but the other teams too that have brought all those upgrades in. Will McLaren be top? Well, who knows? I mean, we're just lacking a bit of straight line speed in previous episodes, but I'm hoping that DRS upgrade. Now here, yeah, so I wanted to be behind Norris here. I wanted his slipstream for the next lap. I was going to follow him, be close to the middle sector. He's driving about 2 miles an hour, and then Perez smashes into the back of me.
Okay, be careful with the front wing.
Yeah, Perez has lost his front wing, so yeah. I mean, I don't know if that's on me, but the the FIA, in their infinite wisdom, have given penalties to both Norris and Perez. I think Norris has been given a 10-place grid penalty for that. Anyway, on to my fastest lap. First lap was good enough for P7. Sector 1 is where it's all about me. I've got lower wings than the AI, so I should really be able to get purple sector 1. It should be a no-brainer. Then of course it's all about sector 2 really. Excuse me, as there's 0.2 improvement. Of course that's going to be purple because I had purple the previous time. Almost 3.5. Albon's up here too, showing that Williams starting to make a bit more progress there. He's ahead of Alonso too, so maybe Aston Martin's upgrade's not working too much. You can see Renault's of Ocon ahead of Hamilton too, so maybe that's, I don't know if Hamilton's got low focus or if that's just the Mercedes upgrades aren't quite working for Lewis as well. Potentially we'll have to wait and see about that. Leclerc's done a 42.5. That is going to take some beating. I need a 9/10 improvement to get anywhere near as well, but everyone seems to be improving through this final on these final laps. 3.5 up on Alonso's time, who's got in front of me. Has Hamilton crossed the line then? Gasly's gone behind his teammate too. I think Hamilton has crossed the line. That's going to be a little bit disappointing for Lewis there. I know he's obviously, we can talk about his Ferrari in real life, but you know, obviously he's also starting to struggle a little bit potentially in this career mode too with that new Mercedes in 2026. 7.5, almost 0.8 improvement. Purple final sector 2, and it will be the front row, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. McLaren are up there. To fair play to McLaren. Perez has got a 5-second penalty. Confirmation then. Perez for colliding with me, 5-place grid penalty. And then Lando got 2 illegal blocking penalties, 10-place grid penalty. The FIA have cleared me of any wrongdoing in that incident. Let me know what you think in the comments below about that. But yes, it will be the front row. Can I take Leclerc on? We'll have Verstappen and Piastri 2 up with us. And then it'll be about the cars behind, like the Mercedes, the Williams and the Aston Martins, or the race. It's time for today's Belgian Grand Prix.
The Belgian Grand Prix, a race the great Ayrton Senna won 6 times, and in 2019, Charles Leclerc became the first driver to take their maiden win here since a certain Michael Schumacher in 1992. One of the circuits that makes Formula One, Formula One. Welcome to the Belgian Grand Prix. 19 corners, 4.3 miles or 7 kilometres. There's over 100 metres of elevation change here, with long stretches of the lap spent flat out. Look out for the bus stop chicane. The final challenge before the temporary relief of the start-finish straight. Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks like for today's race. Fantastic effort from Charles Leclerc yesterday, and it's put him on pole. And Phoenix completes the front row. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Oscar Piastri, Verstappen, Russell, Albon, Fernando Alonso, Perez, Stroll, Ocon, Hamilton, Gasly, Sainz, Tsunoda, Hülkenberg, Norris, Teo Porcher, Magnussen, Joe, and Ollie Behrman. Now, it's almost time for lights out, so let's go down to the track. Welcome to the commentary box. I'm Alex Jakes. Alongside me is Anthony Davidson. Well, this is the most advanced sport anywhere on the planet. How's it changed since you were last racing?
The cars have got bigger, they're heavier, but critically there's more downforce to play with as well now. There was about 4 tons of downforce on the car at 300 kilometers an hour when I drove. You're now looking more towards 5 tons of downforce. So there's a big difference in performance, but because of that, the car being heavier and bigger, you've got to drive in a smoother way. You've got to look after it a bit more. You've got to nurse it through the slow speed corners more. They were much more nimble, agile machines when I drove in Formula 1 compared to now.
Okay, we've got 5 races till the end of this season. Everybody in this garage is desperate for that Constructors' Championship, and today's result could well go a long way to helping us get there. Good luck.
Thanks, Mark. I mean, yes, of course it will help. I'm actually going to start on the mediums, and I know that rain probably won't come, being this is F1 24, this is the F1 game, and that weather forecast is just as accurate as the BBC these days. But yes, it is going to be a medium start, just in case that rain does come early. 5 front lights then for the Belgian Grand Prix, and away we go. It's a poor start for Leclerc. Thank you very much. That's a beautiful start. As well, Leclerc's going to dart down the inside. I'm going to have the momentum around the outside, use a bit of ERS already in overtake, and to take the lead then. Behind, look at Verstappen making the good move. Alonso there too, as well. And now they're going to go 3 wide down the hill towards ROUGE. Please don't go 3. Oh, they're going 3 wide for ROUGE. There's a bit of contact there, bit of argy-bargy there. I think someone's lost a bit of their floor for sure. We're going to get a replay on board with it's Piastri, Verstappen on the left, Alonso on the right, and a pincer on Piastri there. I'm sure Piastri probably has a bit of damage there. As well, if you watch Alonso here, yeah, well, Alonso really can't do much there, but he is going to try and get in front of Piastri here, down to the end of the Kemmel Straight. Verstappen has a think about making it 3 wide again, nothing doing there, but Piastri, if he's got floor damage because of that, he is going to be slow, especially floor damage around here. He's going to be very draggy down the Kemmel Straight. You can see here that you taking the usual pedestrian pace. I never dominate. Rare to dominate in a Grand Prix. It does happen occasionally, like last time out, but in Silverstone. But this Hülkenberg helped me out with that. Yeah, again, a lot Leclerc having to go there on lap 3, and Alonso is going to. Alonso and the Aston Martin ran the outside here out the bus stop, getting the better traction. Obviously, they've all got DRS, using a bit of his battery, and out tractions Leclerc. He's up to P2. But the Honda power seems to be 2015 Honda power, because Leclerc is so easy to be able to get there. But look, Alonso's got so much more downforce on that car. We move to lap 5 then, as well. Leclerc had another go, and this time does get back in front. So Leclerc back up to P2 then, and it's easy to do that. And as soon as Leclerc overtook Alonso, Mark came on and said, let Leclerc pass. This time, no, absolutely not. We can actually string this out this time. I think that I've got just enough pace. It's not like we're not leading the Grand Prix. He's going to pit anyway, and then I'm going to pit the following lap as well. Everyone else should be coming in. It's only an 11 lap race, being a 25% race. So yeah, we've got that achievement, another achievement postponed too, as well. The mediums will go off, the softs will come on. It's a 2.4 second stop, which isn't too bad considering the F124 standards. Not as bad as last time out of Silverstone, thank goodness. There's Leclerc. Where is he going to feature as well? We feature sort of later out at turn 1, and I'm going to be ahead of Leclerc, not by much. He is going to be close, and obviously his tyres are up to temperature, although we are on the soft tyre. I'm going to try and use, I haven't got much battery to be fair, because I was using it up in the final sector. Now I'm going to do a bit of weaving to try and break the slipstream and take the racing line here at the end, and I'm going to keep that position. It's Verstappen there, he's up in P3, Piastri P4, Alonso down to P5 as well. Perez has also made positions as well, and then we've got the Renaults, the sort of midfield pack that contains Hamilton, I think that is, too. Or it might be, no, it is definitely Hamilton. So we're going to cross the line to a 44.8 fastest lap. Leclerc's keeping me with me. Notice we got Verstappen out of DRS range though, so I think Leclerc definitely has pace. He is faster than me, but his mistake at the start is costing him victory. I am going to try and get fastest lap back from him, and exactly what we're going to do on lap number 10 as well. See if we can get DRS, see if DRS is the overwhelming factor. We've got a lot of ERS to use, which we're going to try and use a lot of ERS and DRS down this straight. See what top speed we can get to. Unleash the full potential of this Ferrari engine with DRS, full overtake mode, and it's only 250 miles an hour. Yeah, we definitely got a bit more to do. And that is Nico Hülkenberg paying the price for causing Crashgate 2.0 in Silverstone, as well, with an engine failure. But I mean, the devil's deed is done, and that is Russell finally getting past Alonso, but it has cost him some time. Alonso is slow on the straight. That would be alarming for Aston Martin and Honda if that's how they are in real life. If the Aston Martin Honda is slow on the straights compared to the others, but of course that's not what's been reported, rumoured to be reported IRL. Meanwhile, on lap 11, on the final lap here as well, Leclerc's just lost 3/10 to me in one corner. What happened here? So I'm going to ride on board with our teammate as well. You can see that the low wings is causing me, and Leclerc had to correct himself there. He's obviously got more downforce than I have on the car, so yeah, but it will be a victory then on Leclerc, second in a row. Thank you very much. That was controlled. It wasn't dominant, I don't think, because we didn't run away, but it was a controlled victory over our teammate Charles Leclerc, who somehow still gets driver of the day.
What a great race then, and a magnificent victory here at the Belgian Grand Prix.
And it's always good to get that momentum on your side, and it's really good for your confidence as well. The more confident you are, the further that can take you.
Ferrari are at it again. An excellent performance at today's Grand Prix, and they're certainly a team that know what they're doing out there.
Second race win in a row. that is definitely going to help in the constructors with the 1-2 as well, although Verstappen is up there in P3. But, you know, every little helps towards gaining where we need to be in this championship. And a second race win in the row, 10 points gained at least over Verstappen, that is going to help in the Drivers' Championship as well. You know, this Drivers' Championship may not be over, but we'll have to wait and see. There are some tougher rounds to come. So, yes, annoyingly, missing out slightly on Leclerc on his fastest lap by just half a tenth as well. The pace in the Ferrari, we were miles quicker today round here, which bodes well that when we get to Monza, we are going to have a good car, and it should be a 1-2 in front of the Tifosi. 26 points then separate myself and Verstappen, which is a victory with the fastest lap. So that gap is coming down. We need to try and bring it down, and hopefully by the end of the season we could have a championship finale on our hands. Constructors is looking even better. 14 points. That was like 75 or something like that a few races ago. We brought that down. This isn't over as well, but we do now have a heated rivalry with my teammate Charles Leclerc as well. I've been teammates with him before, back in Sauber, because the last time I was in Ferrari I was teammates with Sainz. So yes, I've also got is that 12,500 focus for beating Sonoda in the ratings. Let's see when it brings it up. Good round of pace there. Oh my goodness. Well, our focus is now up to 92, 87 rated. I said we could get to 90 rated before the end of the season. 50 recognition as well. 50-50. This is going to be huge, because that's going to lock the next round of R&D components. We'll take a look at all of those in the next episode and plan what we're going to upgrade first at 12. So it's going to be that's going to be huge for progressing this Ferrari car forward, and potentially making up for places that I'm not so good at, like the next race at Zandvoort. Not a good track for me. I'm hoping for a lot better. And then also Singapore as well. Brazil, Portimao. I mean, Portimao is actually a bit of iffy. Sometimes we do well there, other times not so much. Vegas is also can be a good track too. So, good results. I'm not saying we're going to win the next 6 races. If we did, we'd go on to win the championship. But I'm hoping that we can be up there fighting for victory, or at least a podium like we were in Austria, for sure. That is what I want to see as well. Norris only P12, so maybe Red Bull's grip over this Constructors' Championship is definitely slipping. The Drivers' Championship too, I mean, it's me versus Verstappen really. If Leclerc can win some races, but he hasn't won since Australia. So, yes. But that's where I'm going to leave it today's video. If you have enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and you see plenty more F124 and F125 driver remote videos. We've only got 6 races to go. Those episodes will be out over the next 2 weeks. Until the next video then, I'll see you next time. Take care. Thank you so much for watching. Enjoy your day, and goodbye.